Hello and welcome to another A Star to G briefing. Today I'd like us to think about assignment writing and the context in which we set our projects. For a project to work really well, learners have to be engaged with it. You want to write assignments that learners take away with them from your lesson and go home and show their mums and dads and say, look what we're doing, look what we're going to make, look what we're going to create. For an assignment to have a context that is stimulating, that context has to have some reality about it. Learners need to feel that they can operate in the context that you set. It's no use asking them to imagine that they live 10,000 years in the future or 100,000 years in the past. It's no use asking them to imagine that they're a successful young New York artist preparing for a gallery show, because they cannot experience that range of contexts very easily. But you can ask them to do some design that relates to a local context, or even to the school or college itself. So choosing the context for your scenario, for your background, of your project, is really, really important. And it's an area that you need to think about before you even start planning the rest of the brief. What is it you're going to ask them to do, and why are you asking them to do it? And such is the context of an assignment. I saw a really good project a little while ago where students were asked to design a piece of street sculpture to go in front of the doors of their local library. So they went out and they photographed the street, they photographed the front of the library building, and they got a sense of scale. They looked at other pieces of street sculpture and public art. They looked at what was interesting locally, the history of the town, famous people, the things that were made there, and so on. And all of those ideas came together really quite energetically, and lots of ideas emerged, many of which would have worked perfectly well in a realistic sense. So there was an example where the teacher had set a context that challenged the learners. It made them think about site-specific work, sculpture, scale, materials, architecture, quite a wide range of challenges, but they could all do it because the context in which it was set was carefully defined, engaged them, and captured their enthusiasm. So the context for your assignments is the most critical initial decision that you take, even before you start structuring the rest of the assignment and putting all the tasks and the assessment criteria mapping in. So context is king, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.